At the beginning of the music education course, I had a completely different idea of what I thought music education was. Throughout the semester, I have learned so much and have now grasped a better understanding of all the components that make up music education. During the duration of the semester, we had many guest speakers that talked to us about different areas of music and teaching, as well as a couple workshops that were very collaborative. These workshops tied very well into our curriculum as we focused a lot on composition and improvisation, and the workshops allowed us to compose using, for the most part, non-traditional instruments with a common theme in mind. For example, the workshop with Maud Hickey, we composed what we thought a snowy day would sound like, and learned about notating music in different ways other than putting notes on a staff. I found this workshop and the activities that we did in this workshop something that could really be transferred over into an elementary class setting as a fun activity to engage all students. We also visited a grade 5 class at St. George Elementary School, as well as had them visit Western to do some composition and improv, and have a pizza party, of course. This was quite a learning experience for me, especially because I do not often have the chance to work with children. Through this experience, I learned that you have to have a lot of patience when working with this age group, as well as getting insight on how they think and learn. We also read quite a few scholarly articles about music education, and whether I truly agreed with the articles or not, I think that there's something I learned from each one that could help me to form my teaching philosophy. In Rose and Countryman's article, Repositioning the Elements, it was said that only 5.7% of grade 12 students enroll in music class because they view music as something they listen to while on the bus or as an outlet for their emotions, but not as an educational tool. In elementary school, I would use activities and lessons that help to engage every student, whether musical or not, to help them see that music is fun and educational and hopefully see the amount of students enrolling in music class in high school increase. In Leslie Dawe's Fumbling Towards Vulnerability article, she mentioned getting away from the teacher knows best way of teaching, which I found a very valuable way of looking at teaching, and in a classroom setting, I would try to use this form of teaching and give students the freedom to be creative and vulnerable. In Wasiak's Unmasking, the Hidden Curriculum in Canadian Music Education article, it mentioned teachers favoring students based on abilities and focusing more on students who they found more talented. And I think this is one reason why students may not be taking music in high school. If I were teaching music, I would focus more on the students that need help and try to show them their full potential, as well as helping students who may have more experience in music. In Hourigan's The Invisible Student article, it talked about how new students may feel left out of an ensemble, or students who are naturally a little bit awkward or shy may feel a bit excluded and not know how to fit in. As the teacher, it would be my responsibility to make the classroom an inclusive space for everyone, no matter your race, gender, sexuality, or disability. In Williams' The iPad is a Real Musical Instrument article, although I do not agree with his argument of the iPad being an actual musical instrument, as a teacher, I believe it would be my job to adapt to different situations, one being the fact that technology is a big influencer in our world today, and find ways to include that into a lesson because students now really respond to that form of teaching and to that resource. In Tobias' article, Adapting Music Education to Contemporary Society and Participatory Culture, it mentioned that in our society, kids today want to learn about popular music in their music class, but the curriculum does not often use this genre. In my idea of teaching, I'd want to include many types of music genres, but in the interest of keeping students interested, I would change from what I really want to teach, being classical music, and incorporate some of the students' favorite songs to make sure they're excited to be learning about music. Music education is so valuable. It has given me the freedom to express myself creatively, and my vision for music education is to have more amazing music programs put into schools, giving everyone the opportunity to do the same. I will end with some advice my string teacher, who I interviewed this semester, would give to future music educators. To trust always in your own musicianship and to let your love for music guide your decision making and be forefront to your teaching.